Hey everybody, I'm Blitz. Welcome to episode 0 of a game called Planet Coaster. Episode 0. What does that mean? Well, I like to do episode 0, talk about some game information, background stuff, and kind of transparency and other issues that may surround a game before its official release or before an embargo release. So with this game, Planet Coaster is developed by Frontier, and you might recognize Frontier by Connectimals. Yeah, they made Connectimals. They also made a game called Scream Ride, or Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, maybe? Or how about Elite Dangerous? So yeah, they've worked on quite a few games here recently. They work for some of the bigger publishers, and now they're on their own and making the games that they want to play. This game itself is a theme park tycoon or management or builder game, much like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and Roller Coaster Tycoon World, which is currently being developed by Atari, or trying to be developed by Atari. There's a whole bunch of mess with that. That's for a different time, different video. This video itself is taken from a live stream that they did, and it's kind of Frankenstein together, so I pulled parts together and cut it and edited it and all sorts of stuff. It's not my content, but they give me permission to upload it, and I don't have gameplay that I can show you until tomorrow, which is the embargo date. So with that, that's going to have to do it for this. What happened was there's a bunch of different cuts and edits that I made to condense the video from the pauses they did, and then I got rid of all of the audio and added in my own music and ambient noise. So any sound you hear besides my talking is added by me and not the actual game. And it's lower quality at 720p, and that's because it's ripped from a YouTube video that they put up. So with that said, let's talk about the game itself and kind of the reason for this video. So on last Sunday, what was the date for that? I look at my calendar. The 13th, they flew me to London. So I got on a plane the night of the 13th, and I woke up in London basically on the flight. It was an overnight flight. I got in about 11 a.m. They paid for 2 nights in a hotel for me as well. Let's see, they did that to avoid the jet lag, and it was cheaper. So they could fly me in, and it was one price, and then the hotel was more expensive. And so they flew me in on Sunday night. I got there Monday, and I walked around Monday, and I did all the touristy things. Like I went to Buckingham Palace and Big Ben, and I went to the British Museum and walked a whole long way. My feet got really tired. I saw the big London Eye, and it was really cool. I actually got stopped a few times and asked for directions, and I'm like, dude, I'm an American. I got no idea where I even am. So that was kind of neat. And then that night, I went to bed. I got the best sleep of my life, basically. It was like 11 straight hours of sleep, which is something I don't get ever. I didn't even wake up. It was like, fall asleep, wake up 11 hours later. It was amazing. And then that next day, we got together about 9 o'clock in the morning, and there were 13 YouTubers that showed up, and the development team. So we had breakfast, we talked, everyone kind of mingled together and got in when they did. And it was cool meeting everyone. Met with Biffa, met with some of the Minecraft team, and some of the other guys that were there too. Guys, you kind of get this circle on YouTube where you kind of know a lot of people and get to know them. And it was cool meeting guys that I've looked up to for a long time and people that were influences when I first started my channel. So it was cool to see all of them people. And then we met with the developers, and I can't really talk about the game itself, but we went to the press event, and we each had an hour time slot. All of the YouTubers went to an hour time slot. It started about 2 o'clock. I know a guy like Biffa, he started at 2. And I kind of sat around and watched the game being played, watched certain things, and kind of learned a little bit about it. And then at 6 p.m. at night was my time slot. So I played through about 45 minutes of the game, and I got my audio, or got my video, and there were no microphone audio in it. So they asked me if I wanted to redo it later that night, and one of the guys had a train got delayed, so he was waiting for a while. So they fit me in at like 8. So I've got like two recordings of gameplay. The first one has no microphone, and the second one has no sound at all because it was in a crowded room, and it sounded like this, everybody was talking, and there was a whole bunch of background noise, and it was really, really bad. So I've got about an hour and a half worth of footage that I'm going to start posting tomorrow. On the 21st is the embargo date, and we'll talk about the game, and I'll show you the footage that I've got, kind of the highlights and the lowlights sort of thing. I guess it's going to be edited. I'll put in my own commentary and all of that stuff. I did lose, because it was with a developer, so I lose all the interview stuff, which I'm not too excited about. But it'll still be good. It'll be an enjoyable few videos. And then on the 22nd, we're going to jump in. So they've sent me a key for the Frontier store to play the game. And they've also, I'm working with them to try to get some keys for you guys too, since it is an expensive alpha game. As if you guys don't know, Frontier likes to do more expensive alphas to kind of keep people away from it until it's more ready to play, unless you really, really, really want to help out. So it's like $75 for the alpha, which is, it's steep. I mean, that's more than a AAA title, more than the Division. But through the 6 months that the game's in development, it's going to drop down in price. So keep that in mind. It might not be one to pick up right away, but it might be one to watch for a while and then pick up later down the line. Yeah, that's kind of all what's going on. Is the game's coming up on the 22nd, and we're going to start doing videos starting tomorrow with my edited commentary and the gameplay that I had. Kind of like this one, but a little different. And then after the press event, we went to dinner, and it was kind of fun. It was like an American-style restaurant. There's like 25 of us there, and they had like New York steak and was it Texas cheeseburger? I thought that was funny. It's like cheeseburger. It was a bacon cheeseburger for you Americans. And then they brought us like chicken wings and barbecue ribs. And I thought, I fly all this way, and then I eat what I could have at Applebee's back home. But it was funny watching the British guys, the developers there, and they get their little chicken wing and put it on their plate, and then cut the meat off with their fork. And I was like, you're just supposed to stick it in your mouth and pull out the bone. And I showed them how to do it, and we got a laugh. But it was a good time. It was really enjoyable to meet with everyone. So I hope you guys will enjoy the series coming up, and stay tuned for tomorrow. We've got some really cool stuff happening. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and keep your stick on the ice. We'll catch you next time.